Nordatlantens Brygge var i weekenden rammen om en strikkefestival. Der blev vist en masse forskellige produkter frem. Der blev kigget og spurgt og følt på kvaliteterne. Der blev prøvet tøj og indgået aftaler. Og der var foredrag, hvor man kunne blive klogere på emner som tøjfarvning og nordiske strikketraditioner. Man kunne også få lov at prøve at spinde garn på en rok. Og man fik ovenikøbet garn og opskrift med hjem, så man bare kunne gå i gang. Det var i det hele taget et stort tilløbsstykke. Måske større end arrangørerne havde ventet.
Vi har haft gennem årene, så har vi mange strikkearrangementer her i huset, og det plejer altid at være fyldt op. Så jeg havde forventet, at det kom en del, men måske lidt overrasket. Jo, det er jeg i dag, at det kom så mange. Jeg har selv arbejdet i modebranchen i mange år, hvor jeg har set komme på mange messer, hvor strik bare blev større og større. Man kunne se, at Hanne Vipskov begyndte Gulund, det færøske og at lave strik. Og jeg tror også, at dem har gjort en eller anden ting, at de unge i dag også bliver mere ops på strik. Og det er spændende, og de vil måske lave deres eget spændende ting.
Et af de lidt mere usædvanlige indslag var Sverre Pettersson fra Island. Han leder til daglig en fiskefabrik, men han kan også skrive programmer. Så han havde lavet et program, der kan hjælpe dig med at designe en islandsk sweater.
I'm presenting a program to help anyone design an Icelandic sweater. It can be anybody who can design the sweater and then ask maybe grandmother or grandfather to knit it for him. Here you select the size. You can choose from standard sizes or you can choose any custom measurement you like. You can choose needle size, and then you have to input your knitting gauge. And for Álafossloppi it is usually from 13 to 18. And then you have to select how many stitches you want to have in each repeat. And you see now that the computer program has calculated the ideal count of stitches in each part of the sweater. If I wanted to have patterns in the sleeves and in the body, I can select it here, but I'm not going to have any, for this demonstration, not going to have any. So I'll choose no patterns there. Okay, now I can see the computer program has calculated all the stitches and all the rounds. It's going to be in the sweater. And when I'm satisfied with all this input, I click on forward. Now I have a completely white sweater, and there's only one color, so I add color. Just for the presentation, I choose any color. Now I start drawing my pattern, and as soon as I let go of the mouse, I can see it here on a 3D sweater, how it will look, and I can turn it, I can zoom into it and have a look. And I can also select to mirror every second pattern, and that will change the pattern into this. Now I can add colors. I can have some bright colors, and I can draw more patterns. Add another color, maybe green, like this. And then I can, I want to try different color combinations. I can always see it here on a 3D sweater, how it will look like. And I can always push here to see the estimated yarn usage. And when I'm satisfied with my design, then I can go and make a PDF document. And then you have a PDF document with estimated yarn usage, you have the patterns, you have all the information you put in, and then you have the instructions how to do it. I wanted to know how the computer works, so I went distant learning in the University of Reykjavik and studied computer science. And then when the bank fell in 2008 in Iceland, everybody started knitting. I mean, and it's very strange because it wasn't only in Iceland, it was all over the world. I don't know what happened, something happened. And Icelandic loppi got very fashionable. And My wife and my son's fiancée are always knitting all the time, and I wanted them to make their own designs, but they said, "Oh, it's too difficult." And then I got the idea, maybe I can help them with my knowledge, new knowledge from the university, and make a program to help them design their own sweaters. And that was the beginning of it. It took a very long time to make it. I decided in the autumn of 2008 to start it. I opened the website in January 2011, and I worked on it all evenings, all weekends, so it's a lot of work.
Og det hele er gratis tilgængeligt på knittingpatterns.is. Vi spurgte Hans Olsen, hvorfor strik er så populært på Island og Færøerne.
Det har været en del af skolegangen, var det før, og jeg tvivler lidt i dag. Jo, på Island er det 5. klasse, som har det. På Færøerne er jeg lidt tvivl om de har strik. Men det er bare en del af vores natur at strikke, og så lærer man det som barn. Jeg har lige set faktisk jeg kan ikke huske, det var en avis, at i England vil man indføre i skolen igen strikning, fordi det får børn at lægge mobiltelefoner fra sig, og de lærer hurtigere matematik, og det påvirker deres hjerne, så jeg ved ikke, altså det har altid været fokus på Island og på Færøerne faktisk i strik. Og det er altid været populært. Folk elsker at få en ting i hånden, og så kunne udforme en eller anden ting ud af det.
Et andet emne blev grundigt behandlet af Gudrun Bjarnadottir, nemlig farvning af garn med planter.
I started a few years ago when I was writing my master's thesis. I was writing about ethnobotany, how we used plants in the old days in Iceland, and I came across information about coloring with plants, so I got really interested, and I started coloring and I lost control of my hobby, and it was just so interesting because it combines so many things that I'm interested in. Icelandic agriculture, sheep, the wool, botany, I teach botany, and also old traditions and handcraft. So I've been coloring now for a few years, and I have an open studio where people can come and get information about the old coloring tradition. Anyone can do it. It's no space science. It's actually quite easy. But then again, you can complicate it like I have done. But it's very easy to go outside, pick some plants, put in a dye pot. Everything around us in nature can give some color. And to use a mordant to make the color stick, you can just use vinegar. And that's like the easiest coloring. Anyone can do it in the kitchen. The colors are way more beautiful. They're so mild but still strong from nature, and of course using chemical colors, you're using chemicals, and some of them are not good for the environment. Even though in old tradition we used for natural coloring copper and chemicals that are not good for the environment, but today we use them in so little amount and so carefully, and try to respect the nature and never take too much of the plants, for example. Just Google it, and you will find all kinds of information, and just do experiments. Don't be afraid of just taking something that grows in your garden and trying it. Plants that contain acids, like sorrel types and all lichens, they give strong color, but the others can give a strong color as well if you put like vinegar or alum with it. But information is all over the internet. There's a lot of books on coloring with plants, and people do it a different way. Nothing is wrong, just people find their own way of doing it, their own work process in coloring. So it's quite easy, anyone could do it.
Det er første gang, at Nordatlantens Brygge har haft et så omfattende arrangement om strikning.
Det her adskiller sig på den måde, at i den her festival har vi flere ting. Både boder, workshops og foretræd, som kører gennem en hel dag. Hvor når vi har sådan et enkelt arrangement, der udplukker vi en designer, eller som arbejder med strik, hvor hun så han laver en mini-workshop, eller holder et foretræd kun om måske sit produkt, eller hvad de arbejder med. Så derfor adskiller det her sig meget faktisk fra de normale arrangementer, vi laver.
Politikken havde haft sådan en lille sur bemærkning om, at skulle vi nu til at formidle strik fra et kulturinstitut som Nordatlantens Brygge. Hvad mener du egentlig om det?
Jeg synes, det var en sjov bemærkning. God reklame. Men altså jo, jeg synes, vi skal formidle, fordi Island er blevet... De laver også strikketurisme nu, hvor man kan gå rundt og strikke, hvor de fortæller om de kulturelle ting og sådan noget. Så ja, jeg synes sagt, man kan.
Så I tager fat på det en anden gang igen?
Ja, det gør vi. Det er 100% sikkert, og vi kommer jo selvfølgelig også at have flere arrangementer i strik, altså enkelte arrangementer. Men ja, det bliver igen. Det gør det.